to the very serious-looking Serb Boško Kijanovic. Balkan 200-meter champion last year. Pohodilko helps Ukraine to a 4x4 relay win at the same Balkan champs. Tomas Kersulis, outright lifetime best indoors in the United States in February, 45.78. Attila Molnar, one of the most exciting athletes here in the Hungarian team, 44.98, a new national record last month for him, 21 years of age as well. So, as I say, an emerging talent. Gustav Lindholm Nielsen, 45.93 at best. Szymon Buzna, 46.32, effectively the defending champion in the equivalent event, and Rok Ferlan in the Slovenian green on the inside. He has 60 and 100 meter lifetime bests this year. Last year, his one full lap best time, 46.31. So it was 46.6 to win race B for Pastors of Latvia. Be confident that at least half the field will go faster than that in this A race, with Ferlan on the inside for Slovenia, and Buzna, Nielsen, Molnar, Kersulis, Pohodilko, Kijanovic and Dringo. Molnar waiting there, hands on hips, another who will want to build momentum heading into the World Athletics Championships in his capital city in Budapest. Buzna with the shade on, looking very cool, and temperature's just dropping a little. It's just getting a little bit more bearable as per the dry heat that we started off this session with, which felt very heavy. So Molnar in the green of Hungary in lane 5, the fastest athlete on paper. But how will this play out in reality? So, a fair few closely matched athletes in this, as we see Gustav Lundholm Nielsen make a decent start from lane 4 for Denmark. Hard to separate them. You've also got Dringo in the navy of Romania going well run on the outside. Perhaps just about leading at this point is Molnar, the Hungarian. Feet very close to the inside of his lane there. Tries to maximise what he can from this lap. Coming into the home straight, Molnar with quite a few chasers, certainly hasn't won this one just yet. Pohodilko closest and trying to chase all of the time, but Molnar just has it. Goodness me, if I was Hungarian, I'd be really biting some nails in the closing stages there, especially some of the finishes that we've seen in the last few moments in the women's and men's races. A bit of a shake of the head from him. Maybe he knows it wasn't the perfect race, but still does take maximum points for Hungary. Pohodilko, well, it was very, very close in terms of times, as the Ukrainian improves his personal best by 0.03 of a second to be 100th of a second behind our winner.
Outstanding run by the young Molnar, who recently went off to Cyprus without telling anyone. He managed to negotiate himself a place in a meeting in Limassol because he knew he was in good form. The only person who knew about it was his coach, and he turned up in Limassol back at the end of May and then ran that Hungarian record just inside 45 seconds. And that win, by the very tightest of margins, keeps Hungary in first place in the team competition after 4 events.
I was going to say, Hungary are having a lovely 20 minutes or so here. Loads of top threes. And Molnar and the women's 400 as well coming in third, and Anita Martin and Gerrits in the women's hammer just snatching that second place in the closing stages. They're doing well today.
Yes, so far. They've got a few weak events coming up in the women's jumps, for instance, but they've got some other good events elsewhere. And the women's discus, which is coming up, probably not a banker for big points, but they should perhaps finish about 5th or 6th, let's say. But Hungary were predicted to be amongst the leaders in this competition. There's the women's hammer result.
Bianca Florentina Gabler taking the win, 72.97 from Rika Gerrits of Hungary. Good points there in that battle, 67.15. Important 5 centimetres ahead of Katarina Jakobsen of Denmark.
Yeah, well, I mean, when I said Albania would be strong earlier this morning, Phil said, but what about the technical events? Now, you can't really say that about Hungary, can you? Because they tend to be strong in quite a few of the technical events.
A few, without a doubt. As I say, Hungary